to Sugar out in Bushwick on Troutman Street, and we're going to take a look at a two-person show, and we're going to start out looking at some drawings by Scott Espeseth. Now, these are all small graphites on paper. This one is titled Foggy Moon, and most of these are about 3 by 4 inches. Scott was talking about using a vocabulary of discarded ideas and imagery that people use in everyday lives that is coming from children's illustrations and cartoons and things like that. And he sort of carries these on to a exaggerated level of finish. And the other person that we're going to take a look at is the work of Art Guerra. Now, I've known Art for probably about 10 years now, and he's very well known in New York because of his work as a paint maker, pigment manufacturer, but he's also a fantastic painter in his own right. And one of the great things about his work is that he uses his expertise in chemistry and pigments to make things for his own paintings. I'm going to take a close-up look at this. You can actually see these little glass beads. I believe these are dyed droplets of glass that he uses. And some of this looks like little clumps of caviar. You know, a lot of people throw around the term of alchemy when they're talking about some contemporary painters, but in Art's case, I think that it's a very, very fitting title. He really is an alchemist. This piece is untitled Blue Hyacinth, and it's canvas, acrylic, urethane, glass beads, tire rubber, interference, and magic effect pigments and pigment dispersions. Now, one of the great things is that Art is able to get his hands on some very rare and very specialized pigments. And a lot of this stuff, this is all acrylic based, but a lot of this has a kind of pearlescent or metallic sparkle to it. This piece is called Untitled Wavy, and it's a triptych. But this little ultramarine blue squiggle that goes through the whole thing is just totally flat ultramarine pigment. It's beautiful. And I think that Art is kind of carrying on the legacy of some of the great material painters, people like Milton Resnick, or I was also thinking of the Spanish painter Antonio Tepes. This is titled Number 5, Patina Battleground. And you can really get up and look at the thickness and the three-dimensionality of the pigments that he builds up. Also, it's great to sort of see the contrast of a very matte, dry pigment against a very shiny, almost metallic, sizzling pigment. And this one has canvas, acrylic, urethane, glass beads, tire rubber, interference, and magic effect pigments and pigment dispersions. And I believe this is one of the first times that Art has had a one-man show here in New York in several years, so it's nice to get a chance to see the work. So this is a quick run-through of The Plot Thickens with Scott Espeseth and Art Guerra here at Sugar on Troutman Street. Thanks, Kate. Bye.